this ghastly state of things is what you call bunburying, I suppose.
Yes, and a perfectly wonderful Bunbury it is. The most wonderful Bunbury I have ever had in my life.
Well, you've no right whatsoever to Bunbury here.
That is absurd. One has a right to Bunbury anywhere one chooses. Every serious Bunburyist knows that.
Serious Bunburyist? Good heavens.
Well, one must be serious about something if one wants to have any amusement in life. I happen to be serious about Bunburying. What on earth you are serious about, I haven't got the remotest idea. About everything, I should fancy. You have such an absolutely trivial nature.
Well, the only small satisfaction I have in the whole of this wretched business is that your friend Bunbury is quite exploded. You won't be able to run down to the country quite so often as you used to do, dear Algy, and a very good thing, too.
Your brother is a little off colour, isn't he, dear Jack? You won't be able to disappear to London quite so frequently as your wicked custom was, and not a bad thing either.
As for your conduct toward Miss Cardew, I must say that your taking in a sweet, simple, innocent girl like that is quite inexcusable, to say nothing of the fact that she is my ward.
I can see no possible defence at all for your deceiving a brilliant, clever, thoroughly experienced young lady like Miss Fairfax, to say nothing of the fact that she is my cousin.
I wanted to be engaged to Gwendolen, that is all. I love her.
Well, I simply wanted to be engaged to Cecily. I adore her.
But there is certainly no chance of your marrying Miss Cardew.
I don't think there is much likelihood, Jack, of you and Miss Fairfax being united.
Well, that is no business of yours.
If it was my business, I wouldn't talk about it. It is very vulgar to talk about one's business. Only people like stockbrokers do that, and then merely at dinner parties.
How you can sit there calmly eating muffins when we are in this horrible trouble, I can't make out. You seem to me to be perfectly heartless.
Well, I can't eat muffins in an agitated manner. The butter would simply get on my cuffs. One should always eat muffins quite calmly. It is the only way to eat them.
I say it's perfectly heartless you're eating muffins at all under the circumstances.
When I am in trouble, eating is the only thing that consoles me. Indeed, when I am in really great trouble, as anyone who knows me intimately will tell you, I refuse everything except food and drink. At the present moment, I am eating muffins because I am unhappy. Besides, I'm particularly fond of muffins.
Well, there is no reason why you should eat them all in that greedy way.
I wish you would have tea cake instead. I don't like tea cake.
Good heavens, I suppose a man can eat his own muffins in his own garden.
But you have just said it was perfectly heartless to eat muffins.
I said it was perfectly heartless of you under the circumstances. That is a very different thing.
That may be, but the muffins are the same.
Algy, I wish to goodness you would go.
You can't possibly ask me to go without having some dinner. It's absurd. I never go anywhere without dinner. No one ever does, except vegetarians and people like that. Besides, I have just made arrangements with Dr. Tossable to be christened at 5:45 under the name of Earnest.
My dear fellow, the sooner you give up that notion, the better. I made arrangements this morning with Dr. Chasuble to be christened myself at 5:30, and I naturally will take the name of Earnest. Gwendolen would wish it. We can't both be christened Earnest. It's absurd. Besides, I have a perfect right to be christened if I like. There is no evidence that I have ever been christened by anybody. I should think it extremely probable I never was, and so does Dr. Chasuble. It is entirely different in your case. You've been christened already.
Yes, but I have not been christened for years.
Yes, but you have been christened. That is the important thing.
Quite so. So, I know my constitution can stand it. If you are not quite sure about your ever having been christened, I must say I think it rather dangerous you're venturing on it now. It might make you very unwell. You can hardly have forgotten that someone very closely connected with you was very nearly carried off this week in Paris by a severe chill.
Yes, but you said yourself that a severe chill was not hereditary.
It used to be, I know, but I dare say that it is now. Science is always making wonderful improvements in things.
That is nonsense. You're always talking nonsense.
Jack, you're at the muffins again. I wish you wouldn't. There are only 2 left. I told you. I was particularly fond of muffins.
But I hate tea cake.
Why on earth then do you allow tea cake to be served up for your guests? What ideas do you have of hospitality?
Algernon, I've already told you to go. I don't want you here. Why don't you go?
I haven't quite finished my tea yet. And there's still 1 muffin left.
Fearless draws near the wall, silence.
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! O night! Alack! 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 I fear my Thisby's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyne. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisby do I see. O wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, sir, in truth, she should not. Deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the hole. You shall see it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till the fates me kill.
Not Shaphalus to Procris was so true.
As Shaphalus to Procris I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life,
Tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so. And being done, thus wall away doth go. Now is the wall down between the two neighbors.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination, then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, as Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
Oh, a very gentle beast and of a good conscience.
The very best of the beasts, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
And a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
this lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
He dares not come where there is candles, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. I wish he would change.
It appears by its full right of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet, in courtesy and all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, Moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon. But silence. Oh, here comes Thisbe.
Oh, this is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion!
Well done, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Oh, and then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear! Thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell! Oh, fates, come, cut thread and thrum! Quail, crush, conclude, and quell!
Now this passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion bile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame, that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out sword and wound the pap of Pyramus, I that left pap, which heart doth hop. Oh! Thus die I, thus. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the skies. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die!
No, die! But an ace for him, for he is but one.
No less than an ace man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
Surgeon, he might yet recover and yet prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
A mote will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She hath spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus she means fidelity.
Asleep, my love, what dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak. Speak. Quite dumb. Dead? Dead?
Oh, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. Oh, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Are gone! Oh, lovers make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have sure with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come blade my breast improve. And farewell, friends. Thus Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Shining light.
Bravo.
Welcome to our loving tribute to the 1960s. A time for hippies and flower children. Loveland, Sam Leah. Protest margins and seven. 1960s was a time of great social change. Seemed every crusade had its own slogan. Slogans like kids and faith, baby. Don't trust anyone over 30. Hippie power. Flower power. We shall overcome. Taking picnic to lunch.
Peace and brotherly love was the message of the day.
Can you dig it? The 1960s was a real trip, man. It was a time for growing a sheep. Stand up for what you believe. A generation of brotherhood and sisterhood, all fighting the storm. It was a time for growing a shout. A time to stand up and shout. A generation of understanding.
So we'll get right to the point. You fired your manager last week.
Smart move. He wasn't doing anything for you.
That's why I fired him. What's the point?
Look, you guys are great, but you're not as big as you could be. How would you like Polka Dot Pumpkin to take you on as clients?
We like it.
Great, then it's settled. But there's one thing.
What? We don't want you performing here tomorrow night.
What?
Now, I know how that sounds, but hear us out. You know that when Polka Dot Pumpkin takes you on as clients, you go straight to the top of the charts. For instance, we'll have you on Ed Sullivan's show.
That'll be a gas, but why are you telling us this now when you have a big concert about to happen? The name act of the Central concert pulled out.
What a mind blower. How come?
Mumps. We want you to replace them.
That's impossible.
Anything's possible. Yeah.
Go with the flow. Do your own thing. Live it all summer, fall, winter, spring. Digging it light, digging it right. Crazy and beautiful, out of sight. Feeling the light, into the sea. And all around, getting down, party machine. A wide open door, a welcoming back. On and on, now the storms there is and everything is free, it's a beautiful day. Everything is free and we're making our way. Everything is free and we're trucking along. Everything is free and we're singing a song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in paying tribute to the men and women who served in the conflict in Vietnam, especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice.